What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and tonight I wanted to talk about why every competitor should look at FC25 right now. And when I say competitor, it could be any video game, not just football, but because we are a football channel, we will talk about the football competitors, right? Your UFLs, your eFootballs, and anybody that's looking to create a football video game. For instance, the 2K franchise that I hear is going to make the next FIFA iteration. Why should all of these competitors look at FC25 right now? Because post-patch FC25, it has become a very fun game to play. That's just point blank. Whether you like EA Sports or not, it has become a very fun game to play. Does that mean everyone likes it? No, absolutely not. But numbers don't lie. That's what means everything, because you need a player base, a large player base, to play the game. That's what gets you games online without having a long wait time. That's what gets you more money, like with your packs and different stuff, because UFL, especially being a free-to-play game unlike FC25, or EA Sports, which charges every year, UFL, games like that, and eFootball even, same thing. They need you to make those microtransactions. You need a lot of players in to make those microtransactions to add up, to keep the game going, right? It's a little bit different than EA Sports. However, they took a game that charges a lot. Let's be honest, it's not cheap. $100 for the ultimate version, and most it's the largest game mode, so a lot of players are getting that ultimate version for what you get out of it. With that being said, players with this iteration are way more likely to buy this game than any competitors. Again, that's not my opinion, that's the numbers speaking. But they weren't headed in that direction until the patch, okay? So what was changed to make this game so much fun now? And even me playing it this weekend, I'm just sitting here going, man, this is what it's all about, because this is what brings players to the game. The football is beautiful. You can literally get away with playing so many formations. Do I think 4-2-1-3 is the most meta right now? Absolutely. But can you play a 4-4-2, a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, 4-1-2-1-2 wide? Absolutely. You can. It's not like pre-patch FC. You don't need just to have players with Finesse Shot Plus or Power Shot Plus or whatever. You can get away with playing different players. Now more than ever, you don't have to have the most meta players. Does it make a difference? Yes. If you have an Mbappe running around out there, are you going to be more likely to get some more chances of scoring some more goals than, having like a 100K forward or even a 500K forward? Absolutely, without a doubt. But the point is that now more than ever, it's about football and it's fun. So what is it? Well, spoiler alert, if you watched my video earlier, I talked about UFL needing to fix their defense or die. So why did I say that, and why is it related to tonight's video? Because the number one thing EA Sports did was fix the defense. They fixed, in particular, the spacing of the defense, and then on top of that, they took out the OP AI assistance, right? So pre-patch, you would have the defense literally arm to arm, so it was so hard to get through, and then on top of that, you would just control one of your midfielders, pull them back, chase the ball around, and then hold R1 and have a defender come and tackle the ball. You literally were rewarded for not defending. So there was no skill in it. But even worse than that, the team with the skill that was moving the ball didn't get rewarded. When they went to go put a period on a sentence, aka score a goal after a good build-up, they were not rewarded because of the terrible defensive setup FC had. And it totally took the game into the trash, because centered around that defensive error, right? I get some comments. Actually, there's one in particular that's ringing in my head, and I said in my video earlier, and he said, why are you saying this defense is so bad? It's just how to play right now. It's a way to play. You just have to figure out how to beat it. That is a terrible way to look at it, right? Because in UFL right now, for those of you who don't know, right, many of you are from UFL, but if not, the defense they went with, right, is just like FC's when it was broken. The defense they started with at the initial game release was literally as close to what FC25's defense is now post-patch than any other game has been. And you can't help but to think that FC pre-patch looked at UFL, heard all the comments, and literally were inspired by that. The timing's just too crazy not to think that. But even if it wasn't, how does the developers at UFL not take note of how this defense worked, and then get excited because they can revert their defense back to that. They have the balls in their court to fix it and make their game more fun. And that goes for any and all competitors. If you get your spacing right, then your game has a great chance to succeed, because video game football players love being able to pass and move, and that's how you get your real football action out of it. And then, like I said, putting the period at the end of the sentence. Nobody likes having all these great passes and having the skill to build up like that, only to face a brick wall in front of the net that you can't break down, right? No matter how good you are. Nobody likes facing that, okay? Now, if you're just a great defender and a team's able to build up against you, but you're just such a good individual defender that the team can't capitalize and score, well, guess what? That's fine, because that is a skill. But right now, with the way FC's set up, is that if you're a great defender, you can definitely minimize goals against you, but the opponent's still going to be able to score some chances. And the best part about it is it doesn't matter if you have a meta team with the most expensive players in the game, or just a regular team. I took a hiatus from the game and came back, and my team's regular. But what makes it great too is that all the bells and whistles that FC was doing over the years, for example, what I call putting a ton of lipstick on the pig because they were trying to hide how bad their gameplay was. Well, now that the gameplay is good, all these things such as evolutions, right? Draft, even now that you have a great chance of getting the best players in the game. Draft's so much fun. All these different things that FC added to kind of try to overshadow how broken their game was. Now those on top of the great gameplay has made it incredible. And this is what UFL and eFootball and anybody trying to create a football game needs to take note of, because if they follow this formula, first with the gameplay, right? And then with everything else, they too can succeed in having a great football game.